Good evening, welcome back to Cooking with Dad and Em. I am Gabriel, and, well, it's just really dark outside because daylight saving, and I'm not used to it being dark I'm not used to it being dark this early since like March last year, or earlier this year, so let's get started.
Damn, that time change though, right? I know, it's scary, isn't it? This hair. Yeah, sorry. I had taken a shower earlier today and I didn't bother combing my hair, so it was just one of those days. It was a lazy Sunday and I chose to throw on a hat too, so as you can tell. Pay no mind to the mop on top of my head. There. Pay no mind to the mop. Yeah, so like I said, it was a lazy Sunday today, and then that damn time change kicked in early this morning. Hate it. I hate seeing the sun go down so early. What up, George? What up, George? Yeah, I hate seeing that, I hate seeing the time change. I mean, granted, I love getting that extra hour of sleep, but we lose an hour of daylight, and I hate that. I hate looking outside at 5:30 in the evening, or hell, even now at 6:30, and seeing that it's dark as hell. That's not cool. I don't like that shit. But it is what it is. Anyway, enough talking, enough intro. Let's get down to it. Alright, so what we've got going on the agenda tonight is a creamy goat cheese and sun-dried tomato pasta. This wasn't a part of my agenda for the week. This was a bit of a late addition. I wanted to try to make this yesterday, but, you know, we had other plans come up and, something else came up. So we're doing it tonight. Wow, so here's a picture of it right there, all done. I'm ready to go. Knowing me, you guys already know me. I'm going to be making some... Ooh, hello. Nice. Sorry, sports highlights. Okay, so we're scrolling down and you're seeing some of the pieces of the recipe here. That red pinkish mixture, I will explain that here in just a bit. But we've got some chicken breast cut up here. Here's another picture of everything all done. Okay, so let's get down to it. Ingredients, you're going to need a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of paprika, about a 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt divided, 1 large chicken breast, about a ½ pound. You could probably go with a little bit more. It's up to you. You can use more. 12 ounces of Campanelle. All that is that's just pasta or something similar. So what I'm using as a pasta today is this. And all that pasta is just, sorry, it's just little wavy shaped pasta. I have no other way to describe it. 1 8½ ounce jar of sliced sun-dried tomatoes and olive oil divided. I have that, but I don't have a full jar. I have about a half of a jar because I forgot to buy another jar. But you know what? We will go with what we've got. A cup of half and half, or a half a cup of half and half. I don't have the half and half, so we're going to substitute that with milk. 5 ounces of goat cheese. Yummy goat cheese. Half cup of diced onion. I don't have any onions, so we're just going to substitute that with onion powder. two garlic cloves minced, and 2 cups of chopped kale. All right, so let's just get down to it and go to the instructions. So what we've got, bring a large pot of water to a rolling boil, season liberally with salt. Pretty much all you're doing is you're just getting the pasta ready to boil. In a small ramekin or a bowl, mix your garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and salt. Season all sides of the chicken with seasoning. Heat a skillet to medium-high heat. Take 2 teaspoons of oil out of the sun-dried tomato and add to the pan. Sear the chicken breast until cooked through, about 3 minutes per side, and let rest for a few minutes, and then slice or chop into bite-sized pieces. Okay, so here it is. I got my chicken all sliced or cooked up. I'm just going to slice it up here in a little bit. But I'm using 3 pieces of chicken, just because. While chicken cooks, dump pasta in boiling water and stir. Cook until al dente. While pasta cooks, add another 2 teaspoons of the oil from the sun-dried tomatoes to the same skillet you cooked the chicken in. Add the onion, garlic, kale, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Saute until softened for about 4 to 5 minutes. All you're doing is you're just getting the kale to wilt, like this. The kale is already done. I mean, I put the stuff in the pan and it looked like 2 big handfuls of greens. And after it's wilted and pretty much cooked down, softened down, you get this. It doesn't look like the 2 cups, but trust me, it was. Okay, add a 1/4 cup of the sun-dried tomatoes, drained of the liquid, goat cheese, and half and half to a blender and blend until smooth. So I need you to pour me a 1/2 cup of milk, please. Okay, so he's going to get that done. We're going to get our 1/2 cup of milk measured out. And I'm going to throw my goat cheese in here.
Where do you want me to put the milk?
In here. Go ahead. Okay. Milk, goat cheese, and then milk, goat cheese, and then some of the sun-dried tomatoes. Go ahead and put this back for me, please. Okay. Now, I'm going to take some of the sun-dried tomatoes, not all of this, because I needed about a 1/4 cup, which probably would have been about half of this jar. Or at least what's in here now. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half of what's left in this jar, put it inside here, and then blend it. Hold that, please. Okay, it says to blend until smooth. Okay, so it's not as pink as the picture showed, only because I didn't add as much sun-dried tomatoes. But, I mean, this is pretty much what you're trying to do. You're just trying to get it into a nice little smooth, creamy texture, just like this. And then you got that ready to go. That tastes good, by the way. Once pasta is al dente, reserve 1 cup of your cooking liquid and then drain. So, this is some of the pasta cooking liquid, the very starchy pasta water that we've got saved up. I'll explain the use of that in just a bit. Add pasta, goat cheese mixture, and a half a cup of the starchy cooking liquid to the onion, garlic, and kale. Okay, so this is the onion, garlic, and kale mix here. Go ahead and dump the pasta in here. Here, hold it. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Add pasta, goat cheese mixture, and a half cup of the starchy cooking liquid to the liquid. Half a cup of the starchy cooking liquid. So here's some of my starchy cooking liquid. I'm going to add just about half of that. And I'm going to take my goat cheese and sun-dried tomatoes and milk mixture. Where's my spoon? I'm going to add this in here. Sorry, I'm just trying to scoop out as much of this cheese mixture as I can from here. Okay, so that'll do it. There's that. Let me see. Thank you. Okay. Add pasta, goat cheese mixture, and half cup of the starchy cooking liquid to the onion, garlic, and kale. Toss and combine until the cheese has melted. Hold that, please. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix all this stuff together and just let the cheese melt in with the pasta and the kale and everything else that's in here. Okay, thank you. I'm going to say one thing before we go any further. Randy, Alex, if you're watching, still, this is what I was planning on making yesterday. I mean, we still had a good time otherwise with the plans that actually happened, but this is what I was planning on making. Now you know. Hey, hold on a second. Excuse me. Okay, so we got toss and combine until the cheese has melted. Add the chicken and the remaining sun-dried tomatoes, drained. Toss and combine if necessary. Add more of the starchy cooking liquid to loosen the sauce up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up my chicken here. I need to cook that a little more. Yeah, I'm going to have to cook that chicken a little more. No biggie. Was that something? I kind of thought so. Yeah. Well, you had it right. I mean, this was the plan, but I think we still have fun. Here you go, bro. I gotta chop up the chicken. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm chopping up this chicken that I had cooked because I have to let it cook for a little bit more before I even mix it in with the pasta. Only a couple of minutes just to let this stuff cook, so it shouldn't take too much longer. Okay. Yep. Alright, let's start putting some of this stuff away. Okay, go ahead and put that away. Okay, bear with me here. I'm just trying to clean up a little bit. Okay, and here's the sun-dried tomatoes that I have left. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them in here right now. Tap the bottom of the jar. Okay, well, it's just one. Okay, so it's not a lot of sun-dried tomatoes. It's not as much as the recipe called for, but let's see. It's some, and it's adding a lot more color to it. Okay, so again, all I'm doing right now is I just cut the chicken back up and put it in the pan and let it cook for a little bit more. Only for the fact that when I had taken it out of the pan, the chicken was a little bit thicker than I had thought it was going to be, so it didn't completely cook all the way through. So just, you know, just to be on the safe side, I had to cook the chicken more. But once the chicken is done here in a couple minutes, I'm going to add it to the rest of this. And I still have some of the pasta liquid left over, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll check the consistency of the sauce and see if I need to add it or not to make the sauce a little thinner. But I would say, based on looking at it, I'd say that this stuff looks pretty good right as it is. Or you know what? Let me say something here. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like after. Notice the different shapes of pasta. Oh well. Okay, here's another picture of it all done. Sun-dried tomatoes, kale, chicken is in there somewhere. There's another one. And there's a better one. There's a better one with all the chicken in it.
Oh. Luna's standing here like she wants something.
Oh, she ain't getting them. Alright, go ahead and take the pan. Tilt it. Thank you. Hold that for me, please. Okay, so now that we got the chicken done, we're gonna just kind of mix this stuff in. I have some of the starchy cooking liquid from the pasta. I'm going to add just a little bit more, just to make the sauce a little thinner. Don't have to if you don't want to. It's optional. It even says you can have that set aside, but it's your preference on how saucy, how thick or thin you want the sauce to be. But that is pretty much it. So you got some of the sun-dried tomatoes mixed in here. You can see the kale, you see the chicken, and then plus you got the goat cheese, milk, and sun-dried tomatoes mixed in here to make the sauce. So, I mean, that's it. Nothing to that one. Only thing I did is I didn't have enough of all of my ingredients, so I just kind of improvised. Gotta do it. Alright, so let's go over again. Creamy goat cheese, sun-dried tomato pasta. There's a picture of it again. Come back up here to the ingredients. So you're going to start off with a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of paprika, a 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt divided, 1 large chicken breast, cut in half lengthwise. Or you can do what I did and just use more chicken. It's your call. 12 ounces of campanelle or some sort of similar pasta. Any kind of small pasta would do. You could probably use macaroni. You can use the bow tie pasta, or you can use the one that I did, the one that's really small and wavy. I would recommend just using some sort of a small pasta with this, though, not noodles. 1 full jar of 8.5 ounces of sliced sun-dried tomatoes and olive oil, divided. Just don't worry about, you'll divide it as you go. A half a cup of half and half, 5 ounces of goat cheese, a half a cup of diced onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 2 cups of chopped kale. And that is it. And when you are done, you have this. So, that shall take care of everything. And we are going to wrap it up Monday. Tomorrow is Monday. I should still have some stuff coming up during the week. I do have some recipes that I didn't get to do from last week. But I will have, you know, maybe 1 or 2 videos this week. We will see. Depending on work and everything else. But I will try to have at least 1 this week. But we will see you soon. Have a good rest of the Sunday. Hopefully the Packers beat the Patriots tonight, because I hate the Patriots and my team sucks ass. Not good. Not good. Oh well. So we're out of here. Bye.
Bye.